Hey you, yeah, you watching this video right here. Do you enjoy podcasts? Because if you do, we have a new series called Directly to You every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We just uploaded episode 2 last Saturday. Check it out. Tell a friend. Tell your friend's friend. Tell your friend's mom. Anybody that enjoys podcasts, enjoys gaming and stuff like that. Every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And every Wednesday Eastern Time, we have The Breakout, which is one isolated topic that we cover that we really think could grab people's attention. If you don't want to listen to the whole podcast, you can listen to that. I know you guys are busy. That's why I gave you that option. The podcast is out there on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. We really appreciate it if you guys would listen, but we'd appreciate it even more if you gave the podcast a rating. Why? The goal is to get on as many new and noteworthy sections as possible, and your rating could help us do that. We'd really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, and also join the Discord so you can ask us a question, and we can look at your question, and if we like your question, we'll answer it right there live on the episode so you feel included. And if we don't get to your question, it's either because A, time constraints, or B, you asked a stupid question. But on to today's video. The Dragonball Fighterz beta was out over the past couple of days, and after spending a considerate amount of time with it, I decided to give my general thoughts of the game. More so, my thoughts going in and how my perspective has changed a great deal since I last spoke about the game to you guys. I hope this video will help you guys make a better decision in regard to getting the game if you're unsure. First off, I want to say that I am now getting this game. I was on the fence for a while because I've grown accustomed to the open map battle types of Dragon Ball games in the past. Titles like Tenkaichi, Raging Blast, or even more recently, the Xenoverse series. These games I felt captured the essence of Dragon Ball really well, with high-speed fights, destructible buildings and stages. But over time, though the likeness of the characters was captured and mirrored very well, the fighting games themselves became more and more shallow, to the point where they didn't even feel like genuine fighters. Look, as much as I love both of the Xenoverse titles, these feel more like RPGs than actual fighters. Things weren't really satisfying, the victories weren't really satisfying, and some mechanics were broken every so often. Why Tenkaichi wasn't remade for the new generation of consoles, I will never know. But after several years of mild entries to the Dragon Ball series, we have Dragon Ball Fighterz. I'm not gonna lie to you, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to walk you through my thought process when I first heard, or rather seen, Dragon Ball Fighterz through game trailers and early reveals. It looks okay, but I'm not really too sure. You see, I was never really a fan of these 2D side-to-side fighting games, with the exception being Smash Bros, because I like that movement of sidestep in that game. With games like Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue and Street Fighter and some games like that, I feel like the side-to-side, they were hard to maneuver in. I didn't like that. It felt limiting. And seeing that for a Dragon Ball Z game, I was skeptical, to say the least. I really honestly was not excited for this. I thought this is just Guilty Gear but with a Dragon Ball Z skin. I can't be biased. And that was my thought process going in before getting my hands on the beta. And this is really where things just took a whole complete 180 and changed for me. Upon playing the beta, I was delightfully surprised and glad I was proven to be wrong in terms of mobility, because it is to be found in fighters. Characters are able to dash in the air or on the surface and even recover from being hit. I find that a lot better than merely holding the back step in similar games to it, or just jumping forward in order to get closer to your opponent, like we see in games such as Mortal Kombat and titles like that. There is a system here. There are timed guards and a myriad of ways to maneuver through intense action. On the offensive end, these combos feel really good to chain together. Each punch and kick has such an impact behind it. You really feel the target getting hurt and damaged by these blows that you're dishing out. And on top of everything, these aren't easy to pull off. These are really intense combo executions that you really got to put together. Hell, even doing the Kamehameha, I struggled with for the longest time, but I felt like I was actually trying to master an art, like I was actually inside the Dragon Ball Z world. And it didn't frustrate me either. even though I tried to use the Kamehameha and I kept doing Kai Blast, and it was just something I was like, okay, it's not the game's fault. I just have to learn how to do this, learn how to maneuver my thumb in a way that I can rotate and pull this move off. I didn't feel cheated or feel like it should have came out at a time when it didn't. Like, I was doing everything right and the game was messing up, like in other titles prior, like say a Xenoverse or something like that, something you could blame the game for. I feel like this is something that's like, no, I just got to get more skilled, and that right there is nice to have. Being that the game hits you with different levels of intricacies, I felt like I was left with a mutual respect for fellow players after we'd crossed paths and had our duel. No matter who won, I respected their combo strategy and the way they were able to pull off certain moves. I didn't feel as though you cheated or the game just was broken in any way, and everything feels balanced and it feels fleshed out. A good character is a good character no matter who you pick, and that's something we missed in so many other Dragon Ball Z games before. Like back in Xenoverse, no matter how good you were, if I picked Super Saiyan Blue Goku and you picked, say, a Zarbon or whatever, I'm gonna beat you 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10 unless I'm really terrible, because just the character stats and the stamina and the health bar and the different things like that were incorporated in that game that gave each character the edge. Everything is balanced here, and combos are really prioritized, and it's all skill based. It's not just this character is just OP because the story says he is. I was also skeptical about the 3v3 3-man teams, as far as you pick your main character and have 2 additional characters to back you up. I've seen that in games before and it didn't always work out so well. I found switching between my different characters to be a breeze. It was simply just press this button, here he comes right out. It was an easy thing to get a hold of and understand. I was like, okay, well, it's not anything complicated. I'll be able to switch out my character if need be. If things are getting real tight for Goku, I can bring in Krillin or bring in Yamcha. Teehee, not really, because Yamcha sucks. No, but seriously though, it was a breeze to do, and I feel like this is an additive thing that I like that this is in the game as well. This is just gonna make for even more intense battles to see who the last man standing is for these 3v3 matchups, and it's really, really, really exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, above all else, it just feels good to be excited genuinely for a Dragon Ball Z game once again after all this time. Yes, Dragon Ball Fighterz may not have the open map stages, and you might not be able to fly around in circular motions and do all this extra stuff. There might not be all these other things that were in the other games, but as far as a fighter, this is the first Dragon Ball Z fighter that's going to have a real competitive edge to it. This is going to be a game for Dragon Ball Z fans and fans of fighters in general. People who don't even know the Dragon Ball lore. They could even play this game on an entry level and be like, you know, I can get good at this game and I don't have to have any prior knowledge of the series. This could bring them into this as well. I will always have a special place in my heart for games like Dragon Ball Tenkaichi, because to me, that's what captured the likeness of the show down to a T. But as far as fighters go, I think Dragon Ball Fighterz is going to be unmatched and unparalleled as far as the Dragon Ball Z catalog is concerned. Yes, the likeness might not be 100% as far as what you'll see in the show, the flying around, teleport here, behind this person, it might not be that level, but the competitive nature is there, and you will really feel like a Saiyan, and you really feel like, yes, I am made to battle, I am made to fight, this is our battlefield, let's go. And it'll be exciting again. And it'll be good to have a fighting game that I'm excited about besides Smash Brothers. But those are my thoughts, guys. What do you guys think about Dragon Ball Fighterz? Are you excited for it coming out? Or do you just not care? You're going to stick to the other ones? Let me know in the comments below. As always, be sure to check in here every Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday now at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Ooh, almost forgot. Wednesdays are the breakout. So yes, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Right here on Fanatix Four. Thanks guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Dragon Ball Fighterz. Thanks guys, it's been a pleasure, and it always is. Logan of Fanatix Four saying bye.